What's good, party people? This is Voodoo in the Woods. I'm According to Woods, and he is former U of MMA champion Pius Ina Lobo, better known as Voodoo Maximus. And oh my gosh, UFC 285 is upon us. The heavyweight, vacant heavyweight title fight of the world, right? John Jones going up a former light heavyweight, many consider one of the greatest of all time. I definitely have him in like my top five. Against former interim heavyweight title fighter in Cyril Gahn. Man, Voodoo, it's here, man. Like I feel like it's been 2 years in the making, right? John Jones versus Gahn. They try to make it, John Jones versus Derek Lewis, John Jones versus Francis Ngannou, but obviously Lewis didn't win what he was supposed to, and Francis going off to greener pastures, man. So John Jones finally returns to the cage as a heavyweight in a heavyweight title fight against Cyril Gahn. What are your feelings?
As far as Francis is concerned, God is on his side. There's a higher being that's guiding this man because from where he comes from the sand pits, now he is the man that rules the world like Sid Vicious used to. He is doing his thing. He is a free agent. Couldn't be any better, man. If John Jones wins, Francis has the option to come back and face the man of the hour, the GOAT, as they call him, the pound for pound king. If Cyril Gahn, is to win, we have the rubber match, fight of the century. The one that slayed the dragon now will face the one that defeated him before. It's a win-win situation for Francis Ngannou. He goes out there and he boxes whoever. He makes a couple of million. He can come back later and do his thing, and he can come right back into the mix, right back to the title because he is the undisputed champion of the world. So he can come back from boxing and go right back in there and get in it with the top dudes, and still we have a blockbuster match. It does not matter who wins the match. Francis is the winner here.
Absolutely, but I think we all win because literally, what 2 minutes, 90 seconds into the episode, you pulled out a Psycho Sid reference, and I know that you knew that if Francis hadn't left for more money, he would have been half the brain that he is today, right?
That's right. That's right.
Just don't break a leg. Anywho, shout out to Psycho Sid. Man. Yeah, man.
Don't break a leg.
Don't break a leg.
Oh my God! Why me? Why me? Oh my God! Why me? Oh!
Oh, Psycho Sid. I mean, it's crazy because
hey, the day he broke his leg, the mystique went away from me, man. I understand he broke his leg, but the way he cried, man, he's like, oh my God, why me? Why me? He said, why me, bro? And all I could think was, oh my God, Psycho Sid is in pain. Like he's not a force of nature. He's just a man.
Mine was we're live, pal. That was it. Like he's cutting the promo with Jim Ross, and he's all whatever, and he's like, "Can I get that one back?" Jim Ross was like, "We're live, pal." Oh, that's so great.
I remember that one too.
Oh, it's so great.
So great. Gosh.
But I mean, these are some great fights. I mean, we're gonna as you can see, like my allergies just fucking went AWOL. So this is gonna be a quick show, but we wanted to get something to you guys, both Voodoo and I. And again, shout out to Voodoo because like I sound like hell. and he's willing to power through it with me. So
Let's go.
you need a tag team partner like I feel like Animal to his Hawk. So I'm just saying. There you
Well,
Wow.
pay
Hell yes.
Road Warriors way.
Yes. Tell him, Hawk. Hell yes.
Well, I love it when it says that. Well,
God, I miss those two so much.
good
Talk
old
about
days,
goats.
man. Good old
Talk about
days.
goats. But two men who are striving for goat status in their own right. One is the 16-4-1 Loik Radzhabov, going up against the 11-0 Esteban Ribovics from Argentina. Quick hits on this one, bro.
Hey, man, we have an undefeated fighter in the Argentinian versus El Gringo, he calls himself, versus the other cat. It's very hard to go against an undefeated fighter, but he is the number one lightweight in Argentina, right? The other guy, 16-4, is pretty good, but I don't see a number or ranking. They all have, very good things. They win by both knockouts and submission. So because one is the number one in Argentina and the other one is actually unranked, I don't see a number by his name. So I'm gonna go with the Argentinian fella, man. I think the stock there is more consistent. Can't go against Flawless.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with that too. And shout out to him for having a more pronounceable name than Santiago Ponzinibbio. Jesus Christ! But speaking of, my goodness, the Good Brother Fight Life Nation goes, "What's up, guys? My favorite Psycho Sid moment was when he turned on HBK and powerbombed him. Oh, they were the botchest powerbombs of all time. Yes." Oh, who could forget? Much to do has been made out of the new WWE 2K23 game coming out, this coming year, right before Mania, right around Mania season. But they're like, it's gonna have war games. I think one of the greatest Psycho Sid powerbomb botches actually happens at War Game, where he goes up, goes with the powerbomb, but the homeboy. In my head, it's Art Anderson. I don't know I can't remember who it actually was, but Sid tries to go for a full-on powerbomb in the damn Warm Games cage, and homeboy catches the fucking feet on the top of the cage. Oh, it's so good. Oh, Psycho Sid. Oh, you know what? Like, just a real kind of quick tidbit, right? So obviously we talked about him breaking his leg in WCW, right? But you know where he first breaks his leg? And I think this is the wrestling gods going like, fucking karma, dude. You know, he missed out on wrestling bookings so he could play in Jerry Lawler's softball league.
Really?
He broke his leg that like back in like 86, 87, I feel like.
What? So was it the same leg he broke?
No, but I mean, you only got two of them, so I'm just saying, wrestling gods was like, "Hey, you got one leg." I mean, the wrestling gods are like, "Fucking Owen Hart, I'm gonna kick your leg out of your leg, fucker."
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Oh man, what was it? Was it Goldberg that crashed his car?
I believe
right?
So, yeah.
Like,
yeah, it was Goldberg.
Why? Oh no! Why? Oh god! Oh Sid! I feel like I'm gonna go to sleep watching Sid.
I'm gonna go watch some Sid highlights after
Hell
this.
Yes.
Man. I can't stand it.
You know, it's that thing like, oh, what guys, what
hey,
women think guys like?
Time out.
Go for it.
Hey, wasn't he fighting Big Papa Pump when he broke his leg?
Yes, that feels right. That feels right. Oh,
Just
what
hit
the
me.
fuck?
He was like, he snapped like a toothpick.
And here's the thing: Sid never fucking went to the top rope worth of. He never won
What were
a
you thinking?
second fucking rope in his entire career. He waits until the dying days of WCW, right? To fucking
I
like what?
understand that one, man.
That's like, oh god, Psycho Sid, Psycho Sid, yeah, right, right with you, bro.
Ah.
From West Memphis, Arkansas, man. Hell yes, fuck yes. That's a weird one. West Memphis, Arkansas. Uh, hold on one second. This next one, Pugsley's crazy. And so, fight two. What we got?
Well, we've got what's this fella's name? Farid Bashrat, who is 9-0 from the UK/Ireland in the bantamweight division, and Damon Blackshear. Blackshear is ranked number 88. He's primarily a grappler. Both of them are grapplers. So it's kind of I hope the two nullify themselves on the ground and keep it standing so we can see a striking war. But I don't think that's going to happen. I think this is going to end up on the ground. And I'm going with the American, man. Demont. Going with the American. Blackshear. There's a good chance he'll have a strong wrestling background. So I'm going with Demont. What say you, sir?
You said you're going with the American, right?
Yeah.
And is he a male?
Yeah.
So you're trying to tell me that he's American male, American male, American. There you go. I'm gonna go with Damone because he's got a hyphen in his name. I'm Melanesian, so
Duh.
like we got a bunch of motherfuckers with a bunch of damn apostrophes in our damn names. So hell yeah,
I'm the man.
Damone, the main, the Shamone. Fuck it. I mean that kind of harkens back to all the damn Michael Jackson memes that I've seen over the last
Shamon.
couple of days. Yeah, whoever, and it's just Shimon at the end. It's just great. The fucking Photoshop lives forever. So yeah, nothing against Farid, right?
Ain't
Perfect
personal,
9-0,
Farid.
but he's literally gonna get cut by a black shear. So
Yeah.
just saying. Who's also
And
Damone.
this Farid fella is Afghan born too.
Yeah,
It's
shout
an
out
Afghani.
to man. The Afghani people have gone through some shit over the last
Yes.
20 years. So
There's some resilient folks.
yeah, man. So nothing against them, but let's go. I feel like what is it? The Rick Derringer. I'm a real American. Well, not the one that on January 6th, but anyway. Uh, but yeah, let's go, Damone. Hell yes. Fuck yeah. Now this one is crazy, right? Because we've got a battle of Southern California because we've got the 7-0 Tabitha Baby Shark Ricci going up against the 14-6 Jessica Penne, right? And Jessica Penne is a tenured vet.
Yeah.
A lot of people know her from the, her run on the first, that history making Ultimate Fighter season where it saw a very first UFC strawweight champion beat crown, and that being one Carla Esparza, right? So she was on that season, but she's going up against the Baby Shark, right? And I guess total disclosure, Baby Shark has been on the According to Woods podcast.
Yep, she has.
You know how I do. I got to go home team, man. So
I'm not mad at it.
So I got Baby Shark. I mean, theoretically, and nothing against Panay, right?
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
Panay's last two wins. I mean, nothing against Panay, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
she is trading under Dominic Cruz, the Team
Mm-hmm.
Alliance over there in San Diego, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she's looked the best she's ever looked. You know, a split decision win over Lupe Gonzalez,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I mean, Lupe Godinez.
Mm-hmm.
My
Mm-hmm.
God, Pugsley, calm down. Lupe Godinez, right? But then
Mm-hmm.
on the other hand, she faced Emily Ducote and lost via decision, right? I
Mm-hmm.
mean,
Mm-hmm.
walk through Karolina Kovalkiewicz, right,
Mm-hmm.
in the first round armbar before the Emily Ducote fight. But
Mm-hmm.
again, Emily Ducote, right? And
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she's kind of she's 40 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Let's unless like she found that like I don't know, like that mystery serum at the end of what is it? Disneyland. There's supposed to be a secret fountain or whatever. Unless she found that secret fountain of youth, uh,
Mm-hmm.
as a strawweight female MMA fighter,
Mm-hmm.
it's not looking good. So I got Baby Shark probably by submission, second round.
Hey, I can split you down on this, man. Jessica's doing this for us grown folks. So I'm gonna go Panay on this one, no problem. Tabitha is the future, most definitely, and a very worthy pick. Uh, I'm gonna bet on the experience of Jessica. I think she slides in this how do you call that, split decision. She's gonna sneak one in.
All right. Now, the good brother, Fight Life Nation, go ahead. Penne looked really good in her last fight, but she lost again. It's been a while since Penne has gotten a win in the UFC. Yeah. So that's a just like a third. I love it because that comment right there, it literally bridged the gap because
Hmm.
it's applicable to both of our picks. So
Hmm.
again,
Hmm.
that's why he's Fight Life Nation, right?
That's right.
Go ahead and follow him on social media and give him a subscription on his YouTube channel that he's chiming in from.
Fight
And
live, baby.
like one of the most awesome and most dynamic fight photographers that there are in the game. So again, Fight Life Nation, go ahead and give him a shout out. You'll be glad you did. If you're a fight fan, as we are, you're gonna dig his stuff, right?
Hell to the year.
Hell yeah. So going from Penne and Ricci, we go to none other than Mana Martinez against the South African. Mana is 10-3, and the South African is 7-0. That South African being Cameron Samain,
Hmm.
which is like Danzig's side band after he left the Misfits. Samain, right? It's
Hmm.
got some demonic someone, but I don't know if it's the same way. But it could also be like Josh Saman. Either way, but Mana versus Samain. I feel like that's biblical.
Yeah. Mono, man. Mana likes to throw those monos. But this Cameron fella, uh, MSP. I wonder what that means. MSP. Mobile State Police or something. But what I see here is it's gonna be a banging war. It's gonna be a banging war. Mana likes to throw his hands, got a lot of knockouts. This other young man also got a lot of knockouts. Should I go with the Texan or should I go with the undefeated South African looking fella? Where is he from? Pretoria. Where's Pretoria? South Africa. Should I go with the African or should I go with the American? I'm torn. I'm going with Mono Boy, man. You know what I'm saying? That a good old American experience, and that UFC experience. Mono Boy, split decision.
I love how he was like, should I pick the African or should I pick the American? Oh my god. But also, instead of pick the African or American, I say you pick the African American. No, but also, right? In other news, right? The homeboy from South Africa, Cameron, comes from Pretoria. Yes, that's the capital of South Africa. But in my head, that is the fucking the homeboy, Oscar Pistorius.
Yeah,
Shot the shit
the
out of his
Blade
girlfriend.
Runner.
Yeah. So I'm not saying fuck all those people, but I'm just saying like Victoria's got a bad rap in the Voodoo In The Woods universe. So I'm good with Mana for this one, dude.
Okay,
The
unanimous
Afrikaners,
on that one.
yeah. For completely, I mean, we picked this is a unanimous pick, but like for completely different reasons. I don't think.
Hey, but I tell you what, on this next match right here, we got Machado Gary. Ian Machado, an Irishman with a Machado middle name. Strange, very strange, versus Kenan Song. Machado is undefeated. I've seen him fight before, and he's very, very complete. He's ready for the ground. He's ready to strike. His movement is flawless. I love his movement. I don't understand the Machado part, but I'm going with this fella to win by whatever it takes. And he might have to squeeze this one out with a split decision.
Yeah, okay. I like it. And then Diggs over on Twitch saying, "Hey, what's up, G? What's up, Diggs? Yeah, glad to have you with us. I'm gonna go with that too. What? Wait, you said Ian Machado Gary or Keenan Song?
Yeah, I'm going with Machado.
Okay.
Yeah, Ian Gary.
Yeah, same. Because I don't know
Solid,
how
man.
you get a
Solid
Machado out
kid.
there in
And,
Ireland.
and furthermore, this is a kid that they want to push. You know what I mean? They want to. I'm sure they're going to continue to give him favorable matchups until we go to Ireland, so he can be high up in the cards. You know, up there with Conor McGregor. You know, maybe co-main event type status, or even just in the main event. You know, and there was that other Gary Pimblett or whatever could be on that kind of card too. So they're stacking and preparing for that European trip, and a win for this guy is looking good.
There you go. I couldn't unmute myself. My goodness. But yeah, let's go, Ian Machado Gary. Uh, that's just like Santiago Ponzinibbio Jones. It's like, oh, that's so good. But here's a fight of international proportions because we have the Cuban Missile Crisis, Julian Marquez against Marc-Andre Barriault. Obviously, Julian Marquez didn't become Miley Cyrus's bae. But one thing that he had to leave at bay is his former home of MMA, Glory Kickboxing. He was obviously he being Marquez is obviously James Krause, Zach Cummings pupil, at Glory MMA, and he had to cut ties because you can't be under that gym and fighting the UFC. So
that's right.
There's that. With that being said, I'm actually going to go with Marc-Andre. Julian Missile Crisis Marquez, like, he's got power, right? But I think the fact that there's that black cloud of his former coaches hanging over her head, I think it's going to weigh in on his mind. So I'm actually going to go with Marc-Andre. I don't know how it's going to happen, but I feel like it's going to happen. I feel like Julian Marquez is going to be a bit distracted.
I'm with you on that. I believe Marc-Andre is a more complete fighter. His grappling is fantastic, which will nullify Julian Marquez. I think his footwork is also better than Julian Marquez. He'll be able to keep his distance, fire those shots from afar, hands and feet. attack all 3 points, head, middle, and leg. If he needs to go to the ground, I'm sure he has no problem doing so. But preferably, he'll want to keep this match on its feet and pretty much pick apart Julian Marquez and finish him by unanimous decision, or maybe get a knockout in the third round.
Yeah, I mean, to your jargon, I'm going to say that Marc Andre Barrial is going to fuck him up with his head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Knees and toes. I knew you'd like that one. But speaking of, holy shit, a fight that we're going to like, man. We got the Battle of the Brazilians in the 125-pound division, better known as
Mm-hmm.
flyweight. Vivian Araújo, who is 11-4, against Amanda Ribas, 10
Yeah,
and 3.
yeah.
Holy shit, man. I didn't think that UFC would have booked this one because like these are two prospects that in the Brazilian market that the UFC have heavily pushed. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
Vivian not as pushed as Amanda Ribas, but they've both in their wins. They've got this social media love and treatment of the UFC brass. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of amazed that they put
Mm-hmm.
these two against each other.
Yeah, yeah. This sometimes when you have a card such as this, you want to put together some savage matches, and this is one of those savage matches. Amanda Ribas, I love Amanda Ribas. She's got the perfect personality for mixed martial arts. However, there's stiff competition left and right. Viviane Araujo is not an easy opponent. Vivi, she's got mad hands, man. She's got mad hands. One thing that they have in common is they both have lost to Caitlin Chukagian. What we know about Caitlin Chukagian, the grappling. She's heavy on the grappling and she's very long. So her jabs and her 1-2s are clean. Her straight kicks are clean. These two ladies are similar in size and similar in weight, you know. Maybe Vivi might be slightly stronger than Amanda. um, Depends on what Amanda's talking about, but height wise, they're the same. Power is gonna make the difference. Power is gonna make the difference. Amanda Heba's got very good ground game, and so does Aruejo. This one right here, man, I can definitely flip you a coin for this one, man. I think it's gonna be a evenly matched fight, and it's gonna be high powered. It's gonna be an exciting one.
Yeah, it is. What you were saying about like, she has, I mean, she being Amanda Ribas has the perfect personality. Uh, I'm going to actually further your sentiment, right? She's actually got the perfect personality to convert people who might not be fans of MMA or
Exactly.
watch the UFC, whatever Connor's doing, whatever John Jones is doing, whatever, like you don't like Greg Hardy, like whatever your, you know, uh, acrimonious feelings that you might have
Hmm.
towards the sport of MMA and the UFC as an organization in general. Amanda Ribas is that type of personality that you're just like, you can't help but like, right?
Yeah, I
And
agree.
that is powerful to basically further propagate the sport and the gospel of the UFC in that all important Brazilian market, but the world over, right? So,
Hmm.
yeah, man. I mean, and you made out a good point. Yes, Amanda Ribas is strong, but Vivian is different type of strong, right? And it's the same like the Brazilian, like literally we can we can basically chart back the annals of the UFC, right? And the creation of the UFC, right? One would argue, yes, it came from like lab catch fights in terms of MMA, right? Like, British catch wrestling, could be, but theoretically, there's a strong lineage that comes from the Vale Tudo NHB, no holds barred, Lute Livre of Brazil, right? So these two, Vivian and Amanda, both represent that proudly in ways that they might even not even know the rich. They might have a footnote of like what the history of their country and the synonymousness of the sport to their country. They might maybe only know a surface knowledge of it, right? Because you don't have to be a historian to actually fight, right? But these two are great ambassadors of what that was, and whether they know it or not. Uh, this might actually have like a undercurrents of fight of the night. This
I
is
agree.
sleeper fight of the night right here.
I agree. I agree. This
So
is why this is why these two ladies deserve a 50-50 split. So
yeah.
which one do you want?
Oh, I feel like you're gonna go with Vivian, so I'll go Eva's, but
Okay.
I'm literally not mad at this, and I
Yeah.
hope if they perform the way that you and I both think that they're going to perform,
It's gonna be fire.
yes, and but both of them, right? Like if it gets fight of the night, give them both 50K. Like I'm
Yeah.
not mad at that.
Easy. Easy. I'm not mad at it either. They're gonna bring
Yeah,
it.
hell yes. So as we go up in the card, right, we have Derek Brunson, right,
Hmm.
going up against 23-8 is Derek Brunson going up
Hmm.
against Decrease Duplessis,
I
right?
got Duplessis, brother.
I want to call him Druckus the Pluckus.
I got I got Duplessis. That dude is a monster. He's a nightmare.
Yeah,
He's
he
a
is.
nightmare, and he's too complete. Derek Bronson is good. He's a
Yeah,
UFC veteran, but he doesn't have that complete package. So
no.
Duplessis on mine, brother. Duplessis. I got
Yeah,
Pegasus.
yeah. You remember what I was just saying about this, the fucking South Africans and shit like
Yeah.
that?
This is the exception South
You're right.
African right
I'm
here,
gonna
bro.
eat my fucking words, bro. But I mean, just one time for the people in the back. Fuck Oscar Pistorius. Fuck Austin Pistorius. Yeah, how the fuck you gonna like no legs fucking shoot the shit out of your fucking girlfriend, no? She's hiding. Fuck you, asshole. And obviously that isn't against the people of Pretoria, the people of South Africa. Nothing against them. But every time I hear fucking Pretoria, I think of that motherfucker, and it pisses me the fuck off, man. It took like fucking 4 years to fucking convict him. No, he didn't have any legs. They fucking shot her like at fucking 2 feet. Like it was either that or damn fucking what El Torito for
He
fucking
was
Los
guilty.
Matadores and shit like that.
He was guilty.
Yeah,
No
it
matter
was
what
either
he was trying to say, he was
it's either him or
guilty.
fucking Hornswoggle. What the fuck? I'm just saying. God, come on, people. But yeah, Druckus the Pluckus or Decrease the Duplessis. Uh,
Duplessis.
that's
Duplessis.
yeah. Let's do that. That's a unanimous
Yeah.
pick.
Yeah.
And Derek Brunson, man, this is a they try to make the fucking horse glue out of him. Shit, fuck, holy fuck! I never thought I'd see the day, man. But Trevor Jones has a big test ahead of him. Trevor Jones, 13-9, a tenured vet, but yes, tenured vet. But there's some legends in the sport, and that would be Cody No Love Garbrandt,
Yeah.
former UFC bantamweight champion. Jesus Christ. Whoo, man. Again, this right here could be a fight of the night, too. We're knockout of the night because Trevor Jones got some knockout power and fucking Cody Garbrandt still got the fucking. Just in case people forgot about Cody Garbrandt, he fucking still buzzer beating, knocking the fuck out of people. Buzzer beating. Like, bah!
The good the good thing about this is Cody Garbrandt. He tried that flyweight thing. Now he's back to his regular weight class at 135 bantamweight. I did not support him going to flyweight. You know what I mean? It makes no sense to suck up that far, to get an advantage. It makes no sense. He belongs in the 135. If not, well, he's not that big. He's not that tall for 145. He'll get mopped up there. This is a very good match for him. coming back to bantamweight is a very good match. This will test if Cody Garbrandt still has anything left in the tank. I think if he loses here, man, he's out. Actually, both of these fellas, but unless they come out and deliver a phenomenal match, otherwise they're both leaving. At least one of them is going to be gone. Their record doesn't look that attractive right now. I mean, multiple fight losing streak uh, right here. And you know what, man? I don't know where Cody Garbrandt's mind is. I just don't know. I'm going with Trevin Jones. Trevin Jones, to me, will be a much hungrier individual because he's never tasted that gold yet. Cody Garbrandt has been to the mountaintop. Um, I don't believe the hunger is the same. I think Cody's collecting a check. Cody's a father now, you know. He's collecting a check. That's what I truly believe. He's been desperate. He was desperate enough to go down into the abyss, and now he's back in the arena. Um, I just don't think he's got it left. For him to go all the way down there, looking for an advantage, I think that is a insecurity, and that's gonna bite him in the ass when Trevor Jones puts tips on him.
No, I mean you make a very good point. I agree with you 100% in your assessment, but I think that Cody has enough of him to best Trevor Jones via split decision. I mean, it's not going to be easy, and I think we're either Cody. I mean, like theoretically, right? If you're having trouble with Trevor Jones, right? Nothing against Trevor Jones, but if you're having that, right? That what's the top 15 going to look like? It's not going to be great. It's not going to be great. So I say he ekes out a fucking split decision and fucking lays them gloves on the ring. Like that's it. You know, as far as
That would be a
everybody.
good idea.
Yeah, if he wants to go to BKFC, if he wants to, go and box like his uncle is a fucking well renowned boxing trainer out in Ohio. So if he wants to do that, like let's do that. But as far as the UFC, uh, this might be it for no love.
Uh, I'm not sure, man. I'm not sure about this no love fella. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah,
that's
but
it's
but
fair.
you got Cody, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Let's move on. I don't want to give him any more of my time. And the next
Okay.
one, the opener. We have the opener. We have Jamie Pickett versus Bo Nickel. This Bo Nickel is only 3 fights in the game,
Yeah.
but he's something different. He's a high level wrestler. Because of that high level wrestling, he is afraid of no man. Jamie Pickett kind of pissed him off a little bit. Jamie Pickett said, I didn't know who you were until I, did some research. He didn't know Bo Nickel. Bo Nickel was upset about it. Um, Jamie Pickett's been in the game for some time, but I got my money on Bo Nickel. That wrestling is something different. It's something different. I've always been on the side of the wrestlers, you know. And if I had to pick jujitsu or wrestling, I pick wrestling, man. It is what it is.
Yeah, I got Bo Nickel for by unanimous decision. I think Nickel's just gonna take what's his face to Suplex City, and
I think
nothing.
he'll stop him. I think he'll submit him in the second round,
You
if
think
not the
he'll?
first.
Okay,
Yeah, he's gonna bring it.
all right.
He's gonna bring
Yeah,
it. He's gonna sub him in the second for sure. If not the first round, he'll stop him in the second for sure. For sure.
yeah. Okay, cool. Now,
Dude's a beast, man.
uh, I'm gonna lean on you for the next couple fights. I'm gonna jump
Sure.
right back in.
No doubt. No
But
doubt.
go get it.
All right. So we open up the card with Bo Nichols with that W in the second round. You know what I mean? And then my boy, Jalen Tanner, the Tarantula, comes in after, we haven't seen him in a while. He's been doing really good. finally breaks into the top 10. Now they're throwing dogs at him. They're throwing dogs at him. We have Joshua Kuliambao went down. Brock Weaver went down. Euros Medic went down. Jimmy Malarkey went down. Brad Riddle went down. Dan Hooker was going to catch those hands, but he broke his hand. So now we have Mateusz Gamrot. Mateusz Gamrot is the gamer. He's pretty good. He's pretty good. The last person he fought, he lost to Benil Dariush in a unanimous decision victory. But he's beaten Armin Tsarukyan. He's beaten Diego Ferreira. He's beaten Jeremy Steven, Scott Holzman. You know what I'm saying? So he himself is a force to be reckoned with. But I got my money on my boy, man. I mean, when you're 6'3", you got skills like Jalen Turner has, and you know, he's a Southern California fella. You know what I'm saying? He's my guy. I'm going with Jalen Turner. It's gonna be a beautiful match. This one right here, I see Gamrot trying to take him down, take away that reach advantage, and trying to strangle him. And I just don't think he's going to be successful. I believe he will burn himself out in an attempt to stop Jalen Turner on the ground. And that's when Jalen Turner is going to go to work with those slicing elbows and knees that he loves to throw so much. His striking game has increased by leaps and bounds. So my money's on Jalen Turner, man. And then we move on to the next match in the 170-pound division. We got Jeff Neal versus Shavkat Rakhmanovic. Shavkat from, where's Borat from? He's from Uzbekistan, I believe he's from. Kazakhstan. This man has been undisputed from the first time he stepped into the cage to now. He lost once to one person and one person only. And he's lost by decision to this person. He lost as an amateur. His very first fight, he lost to this fella. And then his very last fight as an amateur, he lost to this fella. But they've never fought again. They never fought again. And he's been flawless since, you know. The person he fought, some Nurmagomedov type fella, he showed him what he needed to see. Now, number 7 is fighting number 8. Jeff Neal has been on a tear lately. Hands of Steel. He's been on a tear lately. He lost to Neil Magny. He lost to Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. But he beat Vincent Luque, Santiago Ponzinibbio, Nico Price, and Bilal Muhammad. Right? Bilal Muhammad. Mike Perry. He's put hands on some serious fellas. Put major tips on them. But he is liable to I mean, he's lost to Kevin Holland by KO. You know what I'm saying? So he's gotten better. Don't get me wrong. He's gotten better. But Shavkat Rakhmanovic is flawless. He's flawless. He's the taller man. He's the bigger man. He's got the reach advantage. He's a complete fighter. His wrestling, his Russian sambo is unbelievable. Unbelievable Russian sambo. A fight with that the hype train, Hamza Chimaev. That fight will be stuff of legend, like Kung Fu Panda would say. It's the stuff of legend. When those two go, for sure, it's gonna be the headliner. You know what I mean? I would love to see that in Abu Dhabi or something like that. That'll be a great matchup in Abu Dhabi. Shavkat versus Rakhmanovic. Shavkat versus Shavkat versus Khamzat Chimaev will be a great match to headline in Abu Dhabi. But going back to this particular one right here, I said to Jeff Neal the last time that I'm through doubting him, and then they put him in there against a monster. So Jeff Neal, I'm so sorry. I love you, but I'm gonna have to pick against you, man. Shavkat I'll be a fool to pick against them. You know, Shavkat is flawless. I'll be a fool to pick against them. But Jeff Neal, I wish you the best. I wish you win. I wish you the victory. But Smart money says Shavkat wins this one, man. I just gotta be real and be honest. Now we are at the like my boy according to Woods will say, we are at the co-main event of the motherfucking evening. He doesn't say that part, but I'm gonna throw that in there. We've got Valentina Shevchenko versus my girl Alexa Grasso. Number 1 versus number 6 for the 30-pound gold. Alexa Grasso has come a long way, you know. My biggest criticism of her has been, oh, she has no ground game. Oh, she has no ground game. Oh, she has no ground game. Now she stepped it up. She stepped it up. The last person that I saw her lose to was Carla Esparza, majority decision. She almost had Carla in an armbar too, you know, for the record. But she's been on the tear. She's been on the tear. She lost to Tatiana Suarez back in 2018. She lost to Felice Herring back in the days. I bet you it wouldn't happen again, you know. And ever since, it's been victory. She beat Kim. She beat Barbara. She beat Joanna Woods, Viviana Arrejo by unanimous decision. Her striking is flawless. Her boxing is some of the best boxings I've ever seen. But then she's going in there against Valentina Shevchenko. Excellent wrestling, decent submission game, but the striking, that's where you're going to see most of this fight. It's going to be heavy, heavy, heavy striking. Once Valentina sees that her opponent is starting to catch a rhythm, she's going to clinch, take her to the ground, and go for ground and pound. And this is going to be the tail of the match. It's going to be some beautiful striking, and then wham! And then Valentina at this point, man, she's fighting for legacy. She's not fighting to entertain anymore. She's fighting to solidify a win streak. She has broken the record for the most wins in the female division. She is the GOAT in the female division. She is number 1 in the female division. She does what she wants to do in there, and she is the one. Though I love Alexa Grasso. I love her so much. I appreciate the work that she's put in, but she's going in there against the demon. You know, she's going in there against the one, the only, Valentina, the bullet Shevchenko. I'll be a fool to bet against Shevchenko. She is the complete fighter. I'll be a fool to pick against her. Her kickboxing is off the chain. The leg kicks, the head kicks. Come on, man. You have to be a fool to pick against her. No matter how much you love Alexa Grasso, you have to pick the champ to continue to add to the win streak. Valentina Shevchenko with the win. Now, how will she win? I think this is going to go 25 minutes. It's going to be an endurance match. The only way Grasso can win this is by knocking her clean out. And I'm just not sure if that's gonna be happening. I mean, she's been in there with the likes of Amanda Nunes. She lost to Amanda Nunes twice, and she lost a kickboxing match. No. She lost to Liz Camouche back in the days. You know, that was back when she wasn't grappling. She was heavy on the striking. But from that loss, she changed her game completely, and we have what we have now. So she's really lost to 2 people in MMA. One was way heavier than her in the Amanda Nunes, and 2, Liz Camouche. You know, she's a grappler sensation. Either way, man, it is what it is. Valentina Shevchenko is my pick. Put the house on her. And then we are now at the main event of the evening. Return of the King, they say. Return of the King. Formerly the light heavyweight champion. Now he steps in there. He put on a few body fat. He's stepping in there. And he's ready to do what he feels is his destiny. John Bones Jones is back, and he's trying to take what is his. But in this way, it's the Frenchman, Cyril Gone, Cyril Gain, as John Jones likes to call him, Cyril Gain. Cyril Gone is Mongami is an impressive individual. Some of the best movement you've ever seen in your life in the heavyweight division. I would say the best moving heavyweight of all time. Uh, uh, in mixed martial arts. I've seen excellent boxers, but this is no boxing match. This is mixed martial arts, and he brings in some of the best footwork that you've ever seen. Light on his feet. I think he's what 245 pounds or something like that. What does this man weigh? Yeah, about 247 pounds. He doesn't cut any weight. He's shredded. Excellent sense of humor. He speaks good English, good enough at least to cut his own promos. He's got an excellent sense of humor. If you haven't seen his take on Nate Diaz, go check it out. Sierra Gone as Nate Diaz on YouTube or whatever. Go check that out. John Jones is really 27-0. He's never lost a match. Don't be deceived by the one loss that you see on his record. The man that he so-called lost to left the ring in the pool of his own blood. So he was laying on the ground while John was walking around. It was some kind of mistake, north-south elbow that cost him that match. Otherwise, he was on en route. Well, he's still undefeated. He's never lost a match. The man is different. He's different. He doesn't even have an amateur career, I mean, if you don't know, just because he is who he is, man. The late Stephen Bonner has fell to him. Matt Hamill fell to him. Brandon Vera fell to him. The Vladimir Machuchenko, the janitor, fell to him. The current champion in Bellator, Ryan Bader, fell to him. Mauricio Shogun Hua, whom he took the belt from, fell to him. Quentin Jackson fell to him. Lyoto Machida fell to him. Rashawn Evans fell to him. Vitor Belfort fell to him. Chael Sonnen fell to him twice. Alexander Gustafsson fell to him twice. Daniel Cormier fell to him twice. Ovin St. Preux fell to him. Dan Henderson fell to him. Anthony Smith won by cowardly ways. But Anthony, you get love for that one. Thiago Santos fell to him. Dominic Reyes almost fell to him. And now we have Cyril Gain. Cyril Gain is here to, how do you say? Cyril Gain is here to
sacrificial lamb placeholder. That's what
you think so? You don't think it's going to be a tough match for?
It's gonna no 100%. It's going to be a tough match for Jones. The only thing about it is this is yes, all the people that John Jones has beat, right? But also he didn't look that flawless. Like the last time, John Jones really looked like John Jones was that last Gustafsson fight where he beat the brakes off of fucking Gustafsson, right?
Yeah.
He looked. There were kinks in the armor, right? With the Reyes fight, he beat the brakes off of Reyes, but it wasn't the John Jones of old, right?
It wasn't dominant,
right? Did Jones fight OSPA on a comeback fight?
Yeah.
He didn't look the same, right?
No.
I think move to heavyweight it makes the most sense in his career, but also you remember that era of the early 90s. Well, no, I'm sorry, the early 2000s, right? The post Sufa era, where if you're a 185er, you just and you were 32 years of age, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you had at least 6 fights behind you. You basically just went up a couple weight classes and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
John Jones is doing that, right?
Mhm.
It makes the most sense for him, and especially to kind of reclaim the career that he had lost with all the outside of the Octagon stuff that he'd been dealing with.
Mhm.
So this makes the most sense, but also,
Mhm.
you know, what do they say, right? About heavyweights. And this is true for boxing, but I think this is applicable to MMA, where
Mhm.
where the landscape of the business is by virtue of the attention that the heavyweights of the division get, right? So John Jones, right? John Jones assumed in this fight, right? The fact that he's never fought heavyweight before and he lines himself a title fight, right? That tells me that there's dollars in John Jones, at least according to UFC and WME, right? Their parent company, right? That there's money in John Jones, but these are the same people that are like, oh yeah, man, Amanda, I mean, Ronda's back. She's gonna beat the hell out of Nunez. Did happen, did happen. But with that all being said, like there's a real good case, right? Now, what I'd like to see, right? I mean, yes, John Jones is a king, but he's a king of something that a lot of people don't. Only the hardcores give him credit for, right? Do you know what that is?
Elbows or cocaine?
I forgot about that last one, but how could you forget? Hashtag never forget. No, but eye pokes.
Okay, okay.
What does Cyril
Well,
have?
he will always have reach advantage over everyone because he's got the longest arms in sports.
Okay, so what does Cyril God have right here? I don't know what the fuck it is. It might
Oh
as well be
yeah,
Dave.
I think it's some kind of Muay Thai tattoo.
Okay, it looks like Dave Batista's naval fucking tattoo on Cyril God's chest, right? So with that all being said, I think John Jones is gonna be just like muscle memory. It's a fucking eye. Just I poke the shit out of that
You
damn
know
thing.
what though? You know what though? I have to uh, note that all that body fat does bother me. John Jones looks like me. He looks like me, man, with all that body fat. I'm not sure just how good a shape he's in. Uh, I don't know if I buy it. I don't know if I buy it. Um, I hope he doesn't gas out because that would be the worst case scenario. If he tries to initiate takedown and the Bongami is stronger than he expected, and he couldn't take him down, and he burns himself out, that will be the worst case scenario, man. He doesn't. Yes, he's bigger. Yes, but I guess he's just been powerlifting. He doesn't look cut. You know, there's no shape to him. He's a little round and pudgy. Um, ah, it's dangerous. It's dangerous. But I want to give him his respect. He is John Bones Jones. He is the annihilator of men. But at the same time, his body doesn't look like something I trust. Chael Sonnen says, "What's he doing in the swimming pool? Swimming pool is for people with bad knees."
Ooh.
That's an excellent observation, right?
Ooh.
And he's carrying all that weight. Is it bothering him?
Yeah.
All that powerlifting and all that stuff. Has it been detrimental to his
Yeah.
frame? You know what I mean? These are important things we need to know.
And another thing, right? Like, this is stuff that John Jones himself has said. Like, like when he was on Rogan, like, I can't fucking put any weight on this shit. I try to train my calves. I can't fucking train my calves. I try to, like, it's not like he doesn't try to fucking do leg day. Like, this dude just genetically just,
Yeah,
it's not
genetically he has no calves, but my problem is, or my worry is, how are his joints?
right. Exactly.
How are his joints? lifting all the heavy weights and all that for 3 years. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Those deadlifts and all that nonsense. Um, I guess that is the fastest way to building muscle, but I'm not sure if he was with the very best of power lifters to guide him the right way, injury free. You know, swimming in water is great because it builds your cardio and there's no impact. But
Right.
at the same time,
What are you hiding?
Kamaru Usman
Right.
goes in the water. He
Yeah.
trains hardcore in the water because he has bad knees. So with someone like Cyril Gahn that moves the way he does, once he starts those leg kicks, man, I would invest in some leg kicks and little skinny ass calf muscle. I would invest
Yeah.
in some calf kicks, right? But then when he goes for those calf kicks, that's when John Jones is gonna go for the takedown. So will he be confident enough to go for those calf kicks and take out those little baby calves?
Yep.
Will he be confident enough?
And make
You
out
know what I mean?
make meal out of John Jones's calves, his baby calves.
If he can put together those combinations real good, he can end at the leg. You know what I mean? Start with the head, body, finish at the leg.
Yeah.
Switch it up, body, head, finish at the leg. You know what I'm saying? If he can chop them up like that and keep it standing, he might have a bigger chance than we think.
Yeah.
I see. This fight is so close. I think it's gonna be like a a, a 10-9 type deal.
Yeah.
It's gonna be that close.
Yeah.
If
I
not
see
10,
that.
9.5. I don't think it's gonna be an easy match at all. It's gonna
No.
be tough.
No. Yeah, this definitely goes to championship rounds. For something in me, I feel like John Jones TKO fourth round is what
I see 25 minutes.
I see that too, though. Yeah. So either way, I mean, final uh assertion. Jones gone. Who you got?
Damn. It would be disrespectful if I picked Cyril Gahn. I gotta go with John Bones Jones. He
Yeah.
is the man that's been ruling the world. He is the real Sid Vicious.
Yeah, he is. Yo, fucking Sid Vicious, low key was doing fucking Nation of Domination before Nation of Domination.
right.
Hell yes.
Hey,
He's moving
but
culture.
until somebody beats the man, I gotta go with the man.
Yeah. Yeah. No, John Jones, and that's again, like this is also John Jones with the full fucking UFC treatment on him, in a way that I mean, fuck, the whole damn UFC countdown was all about Jones. Like he dominated. Like I definitely want to say 38 minutes of a fucking.
Hey, I haven't seen this kind of domination since Conor McGregor.
Right. So that's that. So fuck yeah. But again, the best way to see it, UFC 285. Fucking go ahead and check it out wherever you can. But Voodoo, where can they find you on the socials, bud?
Oh man, definitely you can find me on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook page, Twitter. It's Voodoo Maximus all day, every day. All day, every day. Like, share, and subscribe. Get it going. Let's go.
Absolutely. And I'm According to Woods. You can find me at all the places that he mentioned and a couple of other places, right? At According to Woods. Yeah, just you guys be good. Just everybody be good. Like, share, and subscribe to the Voodoo in the Woods podcast. That is on our channels, right? Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch, but also on bodyslam.net. So we like to Mari Yamasaki the fuck out of bodyslam.net for allowing us to be on their pages. And we will see you guys later with more Voodoo in